Greetings and salutations, my lovely little bitelings. As you can tell, this is another one of these face videos. Yes, you will be seeing my face once again in one of these videos. And I will be talking about Phantasy Star Online 2 and whether or not it will be getting an English release. Now, I did do a Phantasy Star Online 2 live stream just, well, like a few hours ago, I believe. When I was doing the live stream, I had multiple people asking me, is Phantasy Star Online 2 coming out in English? When is its release date? All these kinds of questions, and it got me thinking this was a perfect opportunity to make a video telling you guys about Phantasy Star Online 2 and whether or not it will be getting a Western release or global release for that matter, or at least whether I believe it will be, because there's no way I can 100% guarantee as I'm not the publisher, but at least I can give my opinion and my experience from playing MMORPGs and having seen what MMORPGs make it to the West and what MMORPGs don't. So let's start off. Phantasy Star Online 2 is an absolutely fantastic MMORPG. Now, I mean that because I personally have a lot of fun playing it. It's anime, it's action, it's Phantasy Star. I played the original Phantasy Star games, so having the opportunity to play this online was just, boo, it was absolutely amazing. And the fact that the combat is actually really fun, and the graphics and the customization you can do with your character, and the sheer amount of cosmetic appearances you can get, what you can make your character look like and what you can make your character do is, it's just, there's so much you can do in the game. It's amazing. For an instance-based action MMORPG, you would expect some more flaws to it. But I mean, the boss fights you encounter are absolutely huge and intense and amazing. I've never been able to participate in boss fights like this other than in Phantasy Star Online 2. There's been no game in which I had to fight a giant godlike creature tree that was literally murdering me continuously when destroying the ground, and was just, I've never been able to do that before, and Phantasy Star Online 2 gave me that opportunity. Now that you guys are asking me all these questions because of the fact that I was live streaming it, I thought, you know, perfect time to go and tell you. Now, if you've never played Phantasy Star Online 2, think of it as something similar to Vindictus and Soulworker, just, at least in Soulworker's regard, it's an older version, and Vindictus, Phantasy Star is more, I guess, clunky than Vindictus, and has more of a story, and more fantasy themed than Vindictus, where Vindictus is more grounded in reality. Where Phantasy Star Online 2, you're in a spaceship, you take spaceships, you fly to destinations, you kill monsters, you fight against alien creatures, you have fantasy photon weapons, and you shoot photon cannons at people. It's a little bit less realistic, I would say. Just a slight bit less realistic. Either way, back onto the subject, which is whether I believe Phantasy Star Online 2 will have an English release. My answer to this question, and to the questions that I had on livestream, was that I don't personally believe it will be getting a Western and/or global release ever. Now, the reason I say this is because it was released in 2012, and now it is 2017, at the end of 2017, and there still has been no trailers, nothing properly released about a Western and/or global version of this game coming out. Now, that doesn't bode well at all. I do understand that MMORPGs do take a while to make it to the West. However, it has taken too long for the game to come out that I really don't believe it would. Not to mention, I don't believe they're going to make a whole lot of money from this, as people were able to play the C version, however that has been shut down. So people have already played it, experienced it, and thrown it away. The only thing that's keeping it alive is the Japanese server, and the Japanese people love it. So why invest money into bringing it to the West when the people in Japan are happy with the game? And they're earning money from it, so it's a win for them. Bringing it to the West could potentially increase their sales, but it will also cost them a lot of money, thus the reason why they probably haven't done it so far. So, to answer it in a short way, no, I do not believe there will ever be an English or proper English version of Phantasy Star Online 2 to the West. There is an English patch for those of you who want to be able to play it still. However, there is still a large amount of the game that is not translated, so you will still have trouble doing specific things, but once you generally get the hang of what's going on, we generally get the hang of, that is how I get quests, this is how I complete quests, this is this is that, this is this is that, you wouldn't really have too much trouble doing it. But I mean, it still breaks from the story where you can't read some of the text and all that, so I can see why some of you guys would just stray away from it. Now, I personally would absolutely love to have Phantasy Star Online 2 in full, proper English so that I could enjoy what seems like a really in-depth story. I don't know if you guys have seen any of our Phantasy Star Online gameplay videos, There is some really cool stuff that happens in the story, and we're still very, very early into the story. So I would absolutely love to be able to see this all in English and be able to understand completely what's going on. But I really don't see that happening. I do hope I'm wrong though, because being wrong would be amazing, as that would mean we all get to play the game together. So I hope that answers all the questions that I was getting that I may have missed when I was trying to do the live stream. Granted, this is just my personal opinion. I'm no expert on the whole, yes, I totally know that that's going to be coming out to the West. I'm not an expert. I'm just giving my personal gaming experience and the fact that I've seen countless MMORPG come out to the West or come out globally. I've seen what kind of games come out, how long they've been out before they're ported, all that kind of thing. So I have knowledge, but I'm not a professional. Either way, I'm sorry to be a dream crusher of sorts, giving you this kind of information. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. It's more of like a rambling kind of video, yabber yabber yabber. But I hope you enjoyed it either way, and I would like to end this video saying thank you guys very, very much for joining the live streams I do every single day, or at least most days, as there are issues sometimes that pop up, like a game doesn't want to work, or the internet goes down, or the internet's running slow, or the power cuts can happen, and therefore live streams might just not be there. But thank you guys very, very much for participating in them, helping me in the live streams, or just watching the live streams and commenting. It's absolutely fantastic, and I love live streaming for you guys. So yeah, that's what I wanted to end this video on. So as always guys, good day, night, or afternoon, wherever it is where you are, and I will see you guys in the next video.
We fell out of love like shooting stars came crashing down, and we're building back up again now. I see your heart, see